Welcome, friends. Welcome to today's Reconsider It live stream. Best live stream you're gonna see all day. Here on this live stream, you are going to get a very nice studio hangout for an hour or two as I mess with the sound effects, change the way things sound. Hanging out, talking with you. We're doing some tinkering with knobs today. It's going to be real good. My regulars know what to expect. Incluso a Johnny Zen. Mi hermano, bienvenidos. If you are new to the Reconsider It live streams, welcome. You made such a good decision joining us. Right now we are just hanging out in a warm-up phase to this beat that I began making before the stream began. This is in fact the palette of sounds that I'm going to be messing with on the stream today. I'm making a new one once again. This is going to be the 30th palette. The 30th sound palette of mine that I'm making on the stream today. And while we're hanging out in this warm-up phase, chilling out, getting ready, getting the blood flowing a bit, there's one thing that you need to do. One thing you need to do in order to make sure that you are properly set up for success. And you are going to get the most out of this live stream. What is that one thing you need to do? Your one action item, my friends, is just grab a drink. Grab your drink, whatever it might be. Something potable, something your digestive system can handle. I got some water. You might have whatever you have. Whatever you got, grab your drink, my friends, because we are going to do our warm-up cheers. Warm-up cheers is coming in, my friends. You might have some kind of dairy-based drink. You might have something based on juice. It may or may not have caffeine. Whatever you have, my friends. Grab a drink. This goes for our friends who are joining us live, including Joni Zent in the place. Joni Zent is asking, me está preguntando si puedo pegar un grito. Can I scream? The answer is no, not in a technical way. No. No lo puedo hacer. And my neighbors probably wouldn't like it if I did. Y también a mis vecinos. No le gustaría si lo haría. No haría. Lo hago. Sí lo hago. A mis vecinos no les gustaría. But we are doing the warm-up cheers, my friends. Grab your drink because it's coming on 3. Including our friends who are joining us after the stream. Watching on replay, you're with us too. These cheers moments transcend space and time. Trusto is in the place as well, live in the chat. Nice. I like it, in fact. It's pretty nice, and I might rap a little bit, and that would just target what you wanted, right? Check it when I do it, whether it's light or maybe it's dark light, as if it's the night. And I do it, I bring some rhymes you like when I do it, cause it's tight. But hey, we still have this cheers moment to get warmed up with. It's coming on 3, my friends, and of course we're starting with 1. Hope you got your drink. I hope you got your drink. The cheers is coming, my friends, cause 2. Whoa. You can feel it building up right now. The practice cheers on 3. Clink. Cheers, my friends. That was really good. That works really well as a practice cheers, man. Excelente. I can say that word too. That's what my years of Spanish in school got me. So this is a tinkering with knobs stream, which means I'm changing the sound effects, and such. Starting with the bass. Trusto says bars. Good, I'm glad you like it. What was that, 2 bars? 4 bars or something? So we're getting into the sound effects here. And the bass, what is the bass at? Let's see. My 505 details. The bass is, as always, is made out of a guitar to bass. That one's in all of my basses. That's fed into the electric, which is the tuner, also common to all my basses, although not necessarily in that sequence. Guitar to bass, electric, passed into a sustainer. Sustainer is the volume, which I think it's a little loud. I think both of these are a little too loud. And then it's passed into a phaser, which gives it the like wavy element, wavy quality. This is the other one that I made before the stream began. I'm making a new palette, which means I copied from an existing palette in order to get most of the basic looper settings, like how long is each thing? Does it have this behavior when you make a loop out of it? And what's any other details? But I'm changing all the sounds. So this sound is new, this instrument, quote unquote. And here's the corresponding, this is the one that's meant to be a supporting layer, flanking the bass. So I'm pretty happy with this one too. This one is made out of a synth and then passed into an electric, which is the tuner, as I say. The synth is what gives it its core, I don't know, oomph, core tone. Synth electric passed into a radio, which gives it like a muted over an intercom kind of element. I didn't make that too intense. Looks like I put it about 2/3 of the way. So it has an element of that. The synth is like a horn kind of sound at its core. I find that, at least for me, the way I use it, it's best used in that way. So like a horn being tuned and then passed through this intercom kind of filter. And then after all that, I passed it through a tape echo. So it's got a little bit of a echo to it. It's mostly a constant tone, so it's a little difficult to discern, but that's the level of subtlety that it's meant to be. So that's good. And as I say, I think the bass is a little loud. So in this case, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. But I'm also in the core thing going to turn down the sustainer, since that's what made it loud. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay. So that's my first thing to mess with here on the bass layer, which is where, of course, I'm going to begin as the starting point. And the bass, as I say, sounds pretty good, just a little loud. So I've adjusted the sustainer a little bit. We'll have to see how it is when I redo the beat later in the stream later. Later in the stream later. That'll make for some nice content. Be pretty good. Speaking of things that rhymes with a-er, the final piece of the bass, the phaser. I'm also thinking about that right now. So it's got a very high resonance on it. I think I'm going to take that down a bit too. The resonance usually gives it more of a this is where my sound engineering and music theory lack of knowledge fails me. Just makes it kind of like more brilliant, more louder, more standy-outy. I bet there's more gooder words to talk about that, to make that be head good in words. So I've made a couple adjustments to the bass. I think I should re-record it now to see how it is in the volume level, because that was my main concern. So that's the plan, my friends. I'm going to go off the mic from a talking perspective. I'm going to go redo the bass. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I took the sustain down quite a bit, actually. So it was mostly a volume level thing that I adjusted. But what was the other one? An echo? A phaser. I took the phaser down a bit, but it's still in there. If you're listening carefully in the bass, you can still hear the phaser in it. So that brings us to this sound now. This is the one that I was saying earlier is built out of the synth as its core, what would you say, signal? Not waveform, but I guess maybe it's closest to that. Synth, which I interpret as a horn. I use as a horn, like a trumpet kind of thing. The synth passed into the electric for tuning it. Passed into the radio, which is like close to the intercom kind of sound. Passed into a tape echo for just a very subtle delay on the end. This one I also am pretty happy with. So I think the answer is yes. I am pretty happy with this sound here. I did slap this one together pretty quickly before the stream started. And I think it's an okay version 1.0, which is my standard for these tinkering with knob streams when I'm making a new palette on the fly here. This meets a version 1.0 standard, I think. I think there's a lot more I can do with it. But for right now, we're at a good point for continuing with the remaining 2 instruments that I'm going to be adding into this palette. So these I'm going to be building right now. But before I do that, I must acknowledge the glorious presence of the glorious and wonderful Viral Beat. Welcome. Viral Beats is in place. I see, Viral, you're saying you're just sending me a message. I am looking forward to this thing that we are messaging about. It's an exciting new frontier. Alright, so now that I've got the bass at a place that I'm pretty happy with, the smile on my face, and you can see that it stays in place. Now that I got the bass and that other synth/horn layer, time for the next one, which I will... What I'm thinking when I make this next instrument here is for it to occupy that middle range. That middle range between what these existing ones are meant to be, which even though they're still pretty loud, I thought I need to address that in a version 2.0. They're meant to be like background. They're sort of what's going on ambiently, not taking center stage with the main themes or message. They mostly are flanking in the pan and supporting the bass. Melodically supporting the bass. But now this next one is going to be between this and the lead. The lead is the last one I'm going to build. So this one's got to be like a little more prominent. So it's got to outshine these or outpresence them in some way. Let's see. I'm going to start with, what do we have here? What are the two starting things I have? Let's see. I'm going to build this one on a distortion. There it is. So I'm going to go off of the talking mic and onto the instrument doings mic. Let's do it. So that was just a distortion on the vocal type being passed into the electric, the tuner. So I still have two more dealies down here. So I'm going to bring in these other layers and I'm going to start playing again with this sound and see what other enhancements or effects I can bring in to give it some more character that fits in nicely with the bass and these other things that are here already. Let's see. it as it's currently built. I've been playing around with some additional sound effects. That one was the oscillator bot. I was like, there's some. Oh, you know what? I didn't play with the type of oscillator. It was on a saw type. I should play it because there might be something salvageable in that might actually sound better with a different type. So I was gonna throw that out completely, but I'm gonna go back and play with it some more. Powy D. Powy D is in the place, and now we see what the sounds can be. And yes, right now we will D-I-V-E into it more. Of course, what are behind these doors? I don't know. We need to explore. So I'm going to do that, my friends. I'm going to go off the talking mic. And I'm going to go back to this sound. Let me delete what it was. And I'm going to go back to this oscillator bot. I was going to give up on the oscillator bot, but let me try something other than saw. Let's try this. Let's see. This is the fun of the tinkering with knobs, friends. By the way, how have I not been doing this filter? Up here too, let me do this. Nice. Alright. Time to play with that oscillator bot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That I indeed went back to that oscillator bot, and I went from, as it says, a saw. That's what it was previously, and I felt it was just a little too grating. Something was just maybe too sharp, literally, as a saw. Not good music theory, sound engineering vocabulary have me. But I took it off of saw and moved it off to a vintage saw. That's what you're hearing now. I took the tone way down, which is the brilliance element of it. Another thing I was trying to mitigate. But it came out nice, I think. And then after all that, I put a tremolo on it. Which is, of course, the waviness that's much more obvious. So altogether, this new instrument here that I just slapped together, which I think is at an okay version 1.0, as I was saying earlier. At an okay version 1.0. Distortion, vocal, right? Yeah, vocal distortion type. Fed into the electric. Fed into the oscillator bot, which I turned to a vintage saw. Fed into a tremolo. So that's good. Going back to this horn from earlier. Again, I think it's good, and I think I want to do something about the brilliance of it. Like the, again, I don't have, oh, you know what? The radio I can tune down a little bit. Okay. So when I redo this, I'm going to take this down a little bit. There you go. That's the intercom type of sound effect on that. Take that one down. All right, my friends, there's one instrument left. And this is the one that is meant to be either a half lead, which is what this one was, by the way. This one that I just built here. This is meant to be like sort of, more noticeable in the music stack without necessarily being a lead. That's what this instrument was meant to be. It mostly fits into that role in this song. So now I need the space for the lead, which is what goes in this final spot over here. And I don't necessarily have specific ideas on how I'm going to do that, but I do have one thought. I'm going to start with something called a preamp in the 505 technical details. Something called a preamp. Usually that's what most of my quote-unquote instruments are made out of. Either a synth, which is for this like horn type of roll, as I say, or a distortion, which is what this one was over here. This is a distortion. This is a really good one, honestly. This is probably it's in my top 2. And the other type of like core thing that I build most of my instruments around, aside from the bass, because the bass is just the guitar to bass. In addition to synth and distortion, there's also the preamp, which is what I said I was going to do now. And the preamp is kind of like the distortion in that it brings a lot of, first of all, just sound amplification, volume, loudness, amplification. And that also, like the distortion, it brings distortion. It makes it sound like the distortion you have on a guitar, But where the preamp is different is that it's a little clearer. the tone that it provides is a little clearer than the distortion does. When you use a distortion, it really masks it a lot, and it makes it sound like a, you know, a guitar or like an organ or something, depending on how you modify it. But the preamp, it remains pretty obvious that it's still just singing. And the reason I'm picking that one is that all these other ones are like, this is a really filled soundscape right here. So I need something really clear if it's going to fill the role of a lead. And the preamp, that's the one I would go to for that. So this is turning out to be a very, very like jam-packed, every square inch of this is considered and taken soundscape, which I'm ready for. So let me turn off everything else. And I got the preamp in there ready to go. I'm going to throw electric on it. That once again is the tuner. Oh, by the way, and I didn't even say, this one is an F sharp. I don't think I said that at all on the stream. So I'm just setting up the F sharp tuning for that on the electric. Okay. So I've got preamp as a bass. And I'm going to look at which preamp, because some of them are more distorted than others. Natural clean. See, that really is just pure, you know, just pass through, but amplification. Power drive, extreme lead, core metal. That's what these things are called. Stack crunch, full range, combo crunch. I'm going to play around with these, see what I like in terms of the sound as it meshes with all these other layers that are already here. This already very busy soundscape, which I'm probably going to dial back on version 2.0, by the way. But I'm going to play around with sounds and see how I can get something to fit in here. Let's see. So I think I got a pretty decent like core sound here. I kept in the preamp and I went with the core metal. Yay! And I went with a 1x10" speaker type. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounded pretty nice. I might still tweak it more, but for this sound palette, it fits as a lead. I see there's a lot of chats going on that I need to get caught up on. And friends, as I look at the time, we're 45 minutes in. You know what we are due for? Do you know what we are due for? We are due for one of the most exciting things, one of the things that you always look forward to. This is the kind of thing that you're like, man, I can't wait for this thing. What is the thing, my friends? We are gonna celebrate. We are gonna celebrate such a good experience together. I also see, as we get ready for this great experience of affirming how you belong here, how we want you here. Of course, my regulars know that is our cheers. Get your drink ready, my friends. This includes our friends who are joining us after the stream on replay. Our friends who are joining us on replay, you grab your drink as well. These cheers moments transcend space and time. You are every bit as much with us as those who are here joining us live on the stream. Let me get caught up on the chat. What's happening as I grab my drink? 1000 AM is in the place. Yes. Oh man, just with it, it's so good. Marco as well is with us. Awesome, 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 awesome. Telling me this sounds awesome. I like it. I like it, Marco. Thank you. I also see we got Good Doggy in the place. Thank you for joining us, Good Doggy. Friends, you might have whatever you have in terms of your drink. I got some water. You might have some water like I do. I do get that feedback sometimes. People are like, hey, I've also got water. I'm like, that's cool. I'm on board with that. I think water is a pretty good drink. But you could have other things too. You might have like some apple cider. Or you might have some other fruit-based whatever. It might or might not be warm. It might or might not have caffeine. It might or might not have alcohol. It might or might not have dairy. It might or might not have anything at all, my friends. As long as your digestive system can handle it, grab your drink. Because we are doing this cheers moment, my friends. It's so good. You can already feel it building up because you know what's going to happen. Friends, it's coming so fast. 1, counting up, man. There's going to be some good cheersing. We're all going to clink together. You're going to feel together with everyone. 2. Also very exciting. Our friends who are joining us after the stream, we feel you with us as well. Oh man, it's so good. To our friends in the year 7047. Free. Clink. Cheers, my friends. So good. Man. I love doing this with you. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Please share this video with a friend who would like it. So this is really good. I'm seeing a lot of positive comments coming through the chat. Things are sounding good. Cheers, joining, unison in all this. I like it. It's It's really good. Really good. And so we got one instrument left at this time, and that's the one that I'm still building up right now. Building on this preamp, which is a clear signal, but also a bit distorted. It's clearer than using the distortion. And I don't know yet what I'm going to put on this preamp. So I'm going to go back off of the talking mic and transform it going into the looper and sound effects routing of buttons. And let's see what else I can get to fit these sounds even better into this already very crammed filled palette. For a nice lead. Let's see, let's check it out. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So here's what this new instrument that I just made was made out of. This was the core of the preamp. As I was saying earlier, set to the core metal. So that's why it's still a pretty clear tone while having some distortion in it. Preamp fed into the electric, which is the tuner, makes it into the F sharp. Then I fed it into the auto harmonizer and made it a unison, which I didn't turn up all the way, so you can only hear it. You can hear it in some spots more than others. But it's got a unison harmonizer in there. And then fed into a slicer. Just because the other one was on a tremolo, so I made this one as the lead a little sharper further with a slicer on top of a tremolo. The other one was, I think a triplet quarter note, or quarter note triplet, however you say that. Whereas this one is an eighth note triplet. So I just doubled that up. Pretty happy. Pretty happy with this. As I was saying earlier, my only concerns at this time with this palette are this instrument being a little on the more prominent side, more than what I'd like. Although for now I'm chalking that up to a volume thing. And I'm going to regard this whole palette as at a decent version 1.0. I'm getting caught up on the chat here. I see there is indeed chat to get caught up on. On the Twitch side, Hunter Girl is in the place. Yeah. Also on the Twitch side, am I parsing this correctly? Rad Le Wow. Did I parse that? Am I reading that right? Trusto coming through with Mad Flames on the YouTube side. Beast mode, says Trusto. What, this? This beat? Oh, this old thing? Viral Beats also coming through with a nice exclamation point. Yeah, I think it's good as far as the palette goes. Like, we can sit here and talk about whether I have made the dopest melodies and harmonies in this particular beat. But the palette for making new beats with in the future, that's in pretty good shape, I think. So that means I'm going to move on to panning, and then output effects, then destroy everything, save it, make a new beat, do a nice cheers, call it a stream. Marco also coming through, talk about how this is awesome. Let's check out some panning, my friends. Panning always starts in the drums. And you know, I was thinking earlier in the stream today, I might move the panning segment of these tinkering with knobs. I might move that into the whole, like, building of everything. So as I add a new layer, pan it at that time. I think I might do that in future streams. Little enhancements to make things a little smoother for you. Give you a better listening experience. So let's see, this is the headphones part of the stream. Right now the kick drum is 2% to the right. The clap snare is 8% to the left. I'm pretty happy with them, but for the sake of changing things, I'm going to swap that. So I'm going to bring the kick just 2% to the left, and I'm going to move this clap snare thing to the right. I'm going to move a little further out to the right as well. I put it to 14% to the right. So we got 1% to the left for the kick drum, 14% to the right for this clap snare thing. Now we got the hi-hat shaker stuff, plus the exhale. I'm going to move the exhale to be opposite of the clap snare thing. So the clap snare thing is... I really got to come up with a clap snare thing. It's only 3 syllables. I got to reduce that. The clap snare thing is 14% to the right. I just moved it from the left side, from the source palette. Now I'm going to move the exhale over to the left. I want it further out, too. This is not bad. Maybe a little further as well. Yeah. This is the exhale right now is at 34% to the left. We got the hi-hat shaker things. They are 22% to the left. I'm bringing those in. I want to keep those opposite the clap snare thing too. It's not bad right now. It's at 14%. I'm bringing it a little more. Yeah, that's very pointed. So what we've got right now, my friends, for the drums panning, and I'm pretty happy with as a tentative version. The kick is at 2% to the left. Clap snare is at 14% to the right. Hi-hats, 12% to the left. Exhale is 34% to the left. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna keep it. The bass is always in the center, which it is. Leaving it. After the bass, we have those 2 layers that flank the bass on either side. These 2. So this is at 34% to the left versus 42% to the right. The left is pretty close to where I'd like it. I think out a little more to the left. You take out the kick drum and the bass, since those are pretty much center. How does it balance with everything else? I want to take the one to the right out further, although it's already pretty far out. This would be pretty experimental, which you know I am down with. I think that's too far. I'm bringing that in. I had it out to 68%. That's too far. Oh, you know, actually in closer might work. Hold on. Closer to the center, I'm thinking. Yeah. I have it at 22% to the right. We're talking about this layer right here, by the way. This is one of the supporting layers. I have it at 22% right now. The starting default range for that is about 30%. So it's a little closer in than the default starting point that I go with. But I think it works here. What's this clap at again? 14% to the right. I'm going to move this in the drums. I'm going to move this clap snare out more. But not much. I moved it out a little too far already. That's not bad. move the kick drum out to 4% to the left. The clap and snare is now 16% to the right. So there's a little bit more space in the center. And now back to this layer, which is the one I'm really trying to pan right now, and I'm clearing space for it. This is 22% to the right. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to bring in the left one to 36%. I think that's it right there. Left one is at 34%. Right one is at 22%. Yeah, this is it. Okay, good. So now for these other layers, the more prominent layers. These other ones that are more obvious and, I mean, not obvious, but more, I guess, prominent. The left one I'm going to want to hug in more, and the right one I'm probably going to want to bring out further. Maybe. I mean, maybe not. I have to see how it balances. Because it already has like a lot of open space in the right side of things. Yeah, there's a lot of open space. In the left, there's a lot of grouping. The right is very open. So I think on the right one versus the left. Oh, jeez. Let me bring the left one in first. Let's do this. Currently, we'll talk about this layer here. 76% it's at right now, to the left. I'm gonna bring this one in. Brought it so close. I brought it to 16% to the left. So I just brought this layer between the bass and the layer that's flanking the bass. Generally, this top looper up here, I lay it out according to the panning I use. So the center one, that's my bass, and it's in the center panning. And then there's the ones that flank the bass. And then outside of those is the more prominent solo layers. But I just inverted that here. So this now is inverted in the panning. And it's weird, it's messing with me. And I think I have to keep it because it's messing with me. It actually might work in this case though, because there was that grouping or bunching in the panning on the left already. There is more on the left than the right. It's not just feeling like it. There's another, I think, 2 layers in the percussion proportionately that are on the left. So this is bizarre, but I'm going to keep it. I have it 18% to the left right now. Then there's the solo. This one is out at 66% to the left. I'm bringing it in a little. .56% to the left. Marco says it's taking us to other worlds. I think this panning is actually good. So that's why I like to do these with you. I try this like unusual stuff. Try this weird stuff that I probably wouldn't ordinarily try. That's what my name means, by the way. Reconsider it. It means like always change everything. Nothing is bedrock. Nothing you experience through your sensory organs is bedrock. Nothing that you experience through your sense of smell or taste, or your sense of hearing, or what you see, or what you feel. None of that is bedrock. So that's what my name means. It means remember that. It means remember that and always let everything change. Or at least have the willingness to. Have the willingness at all times to go with the flow even as things change and you're like, no, not that. Not my precious that thing. Not that thing that I've built up my entire perspective on reality based upon. Oh no, not that. Friends, I think I'm pretty happy with the panning. Here's what's happening to the drums. The kicks, 4% to the left. The kicks are 4% to the left. The claps, 16% to the right. The hi-hats, 12% to the left. Exhales, 34% to the left. The bass is to the center. The flanking layers, 34% to the left, 22% to the right. I adjusted that a little bit. I noticed that the exhale and the left flank were both 34%. I changed the exhale to be 42% to the left, and the left flank I set to 32% to the left. Right flank is 22% to the right. This bigger layer here, 18% to the left, creeping closer to the center. The solo, 56% to the right. This is really nicely filled out. Headphones is the place to be at this time, my friends. And then, of course, there's the output effects. Once the output effects are all sorted out, my friends, I'm gonna destroy everything, save all my settings, and then rebuild the beat. Do a final cheers with you. Call it a good stream. Vinyl flick is in good shape. There's nothing to configure for that one. Got my low pass filter on the drums. Oh yeah, it's set to all the settings just like I like them. Low pass filter is one of the ones that I don't vary very much. Once in a while I play a little. If it sounds good, I keep it. But I stay pretty close to my home settings for my low pass filter. And then I got a roll, which I've never done on the drums before. So that's interesting. I'm going to keep it because I've never done it before. Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna keep that. That's a pretty good drum effect there. So effects are sounding good on the looper down here. Bottom looper is in good shape at this time. Time to go to the top looper for some output effects. Vinyl sounding good up there. Nothing to configure. How about my low pass filter? Yeah, that's just how I like it. Nice. Got a granular delay. Now, while I like the granular delay, I inherited it from the source palette that I copied from. So I have to change it for the sake of changing it. How about a reverse delay? Question mark? Is that a reverse reverb rather? Wait, no, I do have a reverse delay, don't I? Hold on. Yeah, reverse delay. Let's try this. I'm going to synchronize the time. So I'm messing with the details of how this reverse delay is going. It's not quite achieving what I'm going for. I'm going to change this. Maybe the reverse reverb. Woo. That was pretty dope. Yes. Wow, I don't want to change anything about that, but I'm totally gonna. Yeah. It makes it louder, which I'm not crazy about. Maybe this. Hold on, let me play with that setting. No. Yeah, that loudness, I'm not crazy about that. Oh, that was dope. There we go. I took a lot of the dry out. The only problem with that is I usually like leaving the dry in, because then as soon as I hit it, you can hear it. Well, I guess it's not that bad actually here. Not bad, not bad. Nah, too loud, too loud. I'm just gonna pick a different effect here. It was granular delay. That's not bad. That's a gate reverb. That's not bad. It does get a little louder, but not like the other one. Got a gate reverb. That's pretty good. Finally a tremolo. I synchronized this already before the stream started. I synchronized the time with the various other tremolos and slicers that I'm putting into this, which is all in triplets. Some are quarter note like this. The tremolo output is a quarter note. Others are eighth notes. I'm not sure if I did a 16th note triplet. Nice. That means, my friends, we have gone through the instruments, we've gone through the panning, we've gone through the output. That's the palette right there. Time to destroy everything. No. My goodness, we just spent an hour doing all that. An hour and a half I worked on that. Oh no, it's all gone. Now it's not gone. Now it's saved. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is great. This is so good. I'm going to be paranoid right now, and I'm going to save this one again. Oh, man, did I not save it maybe? Oh, there. Now I'm sure I saved it. All right, friends, I'm going to do a rebuild of a new beat using this palette that I just built here with your help and attention over the past hour and a half. Friends, we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to build a new beat, see if I'm still happy with the palette, do a nice cheers, call it a stream. Let's check it out, my friends. Friends, I am indeed happy with this palette. Having just destroyed everything and rebuilt everything from scratch, I am feeling pretty good. I am happy with this palette. Indeed, these ones here, I was concerned about the loudness. It was indeed just the performance, the volume level, because these sound good to me right now. That's great. That's good. Friends, with that in mind, the time has come. The time has come to celebrate. We have got to celebrate. It's going to be so good. Friends, grab your drink because we're going to do the last final cheers moment of the stream today. Grab a drink, my friends, because we are doing it. Just watch how good this one feels. Now that you know this is our final cheers moment we're doing on the stream right now, you know how significant and meaningful it is. That's called the scarcity principle. Grab a drink. We are doing it right now, my friends. I'm grabbing my water. Here it is. You might have whatever you have. Again, it could be fruit. It could be caffeinated. It could be alcoholism in it. It could be alcoholism in it. That's my new that's the new way of describing that, if you haven't heard that yet. And whatever else I said earlier, dairy or whatever. Whatever you might have in your warm or not. That was another thing I said earlier, another variable. Grab your drink because we are doing it, my friends. 1. The final cheers is coming so soon, including our friends who are watching on replay after the stream. 2. You are every bit as much a part of this as the rest of us who are here during the live recording on 3. Clink. Cheers, my friends. Oh man, that's so good. Man, that's real good. I love doing this with you. Please like this video. Please subscribe. For our friends who are joining us watching on replay after the stream, please leave a comment. Please share this video with a friend who would like it. I see there's a lot of chat coming in here in the live stream. I'm getting caught up. Symptoms of Reality is in the place. Yeah. Sounds like just to make sure this stream gets very dated. It sounds like TikTok is banned as of today. Did that happen here in the United States? Trusto says, destroy to rebuild. You know, I would like to see, even as we're closing out the stream right now, here's some closing thoughts. Should I introduce this as a new feature in my live streams? My closing thoughts about some topic. Here's some closing thoughts. I think it would be awesome if indeed there is some kind of rebuilding that occurs. There's certainly been destruction. There's been a lot of destruction. I'm ready for some rebuilding. I'm ready for some construction. And if indeed there is rebuilding, like say specifically in the domain of social media, I think it'd be really dope if some entrepreneur found a way to monetize, to extract value from, assisting people who are content providers to reach their audience. Because right now, to my knowledge, I could be wrong about this, all major social media platforms, they assume that you have connectivity with your audience, and they just give you a platform to interact with them. They're like, yeah, get your followers. It's like, all right, I'm trying to reach new followers too. And they're like, but just, you know, you can make a post for your followers. I'm like, awesome. Can you please help me reach new there's like billions of people. Could you help me reach some of them who would be well tuned for what I provide? Could you help me to... They're like, okay, we're going to suppress your content. And I'm like, you're going to what? And they're like, well, it's not technically suppressing. You know, it's managing how much can fit into the limited space we gave. We have to decide what we show and what we don't show, and we're just going to not show yours. So that's what I would like to see in this rebuilding phase, if we do indeed have a rebuilding in the social media domain. I would like to see some new platform, or maybe algorithms on an existing platform. It doesn't need to be a new platform. I would like to see new algorithms. That's really what I'm saying. To help content providers, creators, to more steadily reach new audience members who would be a good fit. I'm still getting caught up on some chats that are happening here in the live stream. Symptoms of Reality and Marco having some nice discussion. I like it. Moser in the place as well. Welcome, Moser. I don't think I said hi to you earlier. Hello, though. I'm saying it right now. Hi. Hello. That was a greeting. Symptoms of Reality says, when are you coming on for an interview? I think everybody who's here in the stream right now probably knows this, but maybe not. And certainly anybody who is, with us right now, but not in the chat. And certainly anybody who is joining us after and also doesn't know this. If you're not familiar with Symptoms of Reality, you should go check out the Symptoms of Reality YouTube page. It's a very entertaining home base for you on a daily basis. A very warm community. Daily streams, daily content, music, fun. I would call it, it gets into the realm of comedy. There's a lot of profound discussion. Symptoms of Reality is a good place. And what Symptoms of Reality in the chat right now is saying is, hey, Recon, when are you going to come be one of the people we interview on our show? The answer is, I don't know. When do you want to do that? That's every Sunday. I guess we could just pick some. Let's message about it. Let's private message about it. Send me a message on Discord, or I'll send you a message. We could pick some date. I see some more thoughts coming in about my closing thoughts. Some yin and yang discussion. Yin yang. Viral says, them algorithms are in charge. Word of mouth, though, ... says Symptoms of Reality. That's another thing. I'm going to compliment Symptoms of Reality. That's one of the things that I think that makes the Symptoms of Reality community so successful, and I would put it on the level of genius. That's my assessment. It is genius level what Symptoms of Reality is able to do in terms of community building, this word of mouth stuff. It's not necessarily about the music per se, it's not necessarily about the Discord per se, it's not necessarily about the discussions per se, it's about like lighting a fire of making you want to share it. That's what Symptoms of Reality is so brilliant at, genius level. So yeah, you're right, word of mouth. I wish there were an algorithm for word of mouth. That's difficult for some of us, myself included. And that's what I hope social media gives us. For those of us who don't know how to do word of mouth, or who don't have it. We don't have the dynamite fire that makes word of mouth, but it's still worth reaching an audience. Help us, those of us who don't have word of mouth. That's what I hope the new social media platforms or new algorithms can give us, is well targeting, even niche targeting of new and existing audience members who it's a genuine good fit. Not cramming it down the throats of people who don't want it, but an actual good fit based on all the data they collect. They know who wants to hear some reconsiderate live looping. They know who's gonna dig this. Please show it to the people who's gonna show this to that random person in Bolivia who's gonna want it. Show this to that random person in Zimbabwe who's like, man, this is exactly what I needed right now. Show my content to that right person, that one person in Poland who this is just gonna be exactly perfectly what that one individual needs, regardless of how far, whether I'm the full 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon, that whole thing. I'm like, whether I'm socially the maximum distance from that one person who is in, Melbourne, Australia. I have no connection with that person. We don't run in any of the same circles, but my content is the perfect fit for what I need. Give me that algorithm. Give it to that person who needs this. Target exactly who's going to like what I do. That's what I hope in the rebuild. Marco says, what about randomly? Randomness is, I think there should be an element of that for sure. There should be some kind of memory element though too. I think that's one thing that social media platforms do well, or at least they in some ways do well, maybe not always. But they do a good job of suggesting content that is in line with how you've previously interacted with previous content. So that part's good. So I think there should continue to be some degree of memory, but it should, I guess, the algorithm, I would like it to somehow abstract away what exactly is being liked and be able to find the pattern to say, and you would also probably like some reconsider it then too. That's the part that I'm hoping gets introduced. And there could be a randomness element to that, which is good. I think there would probably have to be, since reality has constraints on space and time and more things too. I see Symptoms Reality is bringing the insights regarding word of mouth, which is actually insightful for me. I don't know how to do word of mouth, so I'm absorbing this wisdom here. Sor says, good word of mouth flows like frozen molasses in the dead of winter. Bad word of mouth moves like wildfire with endless oxygen. That's pretty insightful. Look at this. I was able to move it onto the screen here. I like this. Thank you, StreamYard. StreamYard lets me put this out. Look at that. Shout out to Symptoms Reality for this banger insight here. I like it. Oh, Synchrotron is here. Yes. Friends, this stream is complete at this time. There's so much for me to get caught up on still. Marco says, he's like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's one of the things that I was saying I might start talking about more in 2025. Things that matter to me, things that, you know, more than just the sounds and the loops and things. I might start talking more about just things that I guess that are significant for me, that impact my life and how I might impact them also in a positive way outwardly. And one of them is social isolation. That's one of my issues. That's one of my things. That's a cause I would champion. So that shows up in the discussion of social media platforms and their algorithms more precisely. Some of us are really bad at the word of mouth thing. That's kind of it. And the point of technology is to compensate for the areas that we lack. So I see that as inevitable, actually, that social media algorithms will indeed facilitate the connection between people who aren't already spontaneously doing it, but would be an appropriate fit. A lot of business and wealth is going to come out of that. Because as an artist, it's good if somebody likes my song, but also for entrepreneurs. There are plenty of entrepreneurs out there who have some brilliant product or very helpful service, but they just don't know how to market it. And they don't have a mentor to tell them, hey, here's how you put together a business plan. And they might go look it up, and they might figure out some of it, but it might be kind of clunky. And they might sort of do better the next time, kind of, but already 4 years have gone by. And then they might kind of do a little better, but still not awesome because marketing doesn't come naturally to them. And there's always something that they're missing, and they can't quite figure it out. And they don't have that mentor or social network to make their business work, even though they have this really awesome service that would be very helpful to people. social media as a technology has the potential to solve that problem. And it will. It's inevitable. Something will. Social media algorithms strike me as the best possible fit to solve that particular issue. But maybe it'll be something else. We'll see. I hope to see you in the next Reconsider It live stream, my friends. We can have some more of these very exciting, deep thoughts, deep closing thoughts. My regulars know that we do these tinkering with knobs and deep thought chat streams randomly. We do these whenever I happen to have an hour or two and I'll jump on a stream. So make sure you got notifications on if you want to join us for the next Tinkering with Knobs streams or hangout. My regulars know we've also got Loops and Chill every Tuesday and not Tuesday at all. Why did I say Tuesday? Every Wednesday and Saturday. Every Wednesday and Saturday, my friends. Join us for some Loops and Chill. You get a solid hour of just one beat after another. Loops and Chill every Wednesday and Saturday. And until then, my friends, until I see you again, please have a very good rest of your day today. Please have a very exciting and fulfilling rest of your day today. Please receive a lot of closure today. Please let the rest of your day bring you a lot of healing and growth and profit and all sorts of restful rejuvenation and pleasure today, my friends. Please relax and open up to the best possible day that is available to you and receive it all. And I will see you in the next Reconsider It live stream.